In this video, we'll be taking a look at 4 WNBA games happening on June 24, 2025, and providing you with free team picks and total picks for each one of those games, so 8 picks in total. Welcome back to Cash Out Sports. Let's dive right into it. Oh, and don't forget to subscribe and to click the bell icon to get notified as soon as these videos get released, so that you have more time to plan out your bets as we provide these videos on a daily basis. I can guarantee that you'll have all the important information that you'll need on these 4 WNBA games after fully watching this video. One more thing before we start. If you would like to gain access to our best exclusive sports picks to take your journey to the next level, then check out our Patreon in the link down below, where we offer our best single picks, parlay picks, and much more. Now let's get started. Minnesota Lynx versus Washington Mystics. The Minnesota Lynx and Washington Mystics face off in what should be an interesting WNBA game, as both teams are trying to get a good rhythm going in their conferences. The Lynx are obviously the big favorites, but there's a real chance they could be without their star player, Napheesa Collier, which changes things. Even with all their wins, Minnesota has been just an average team to bet on, with a 7-6 record against the spread. The Mystics, on the other hand, have played their best basketball at home and have been a great bet lately, covering the spread in 4 of their last 6 games. They've also been consistently good when they're the underdog, covering in 11 of their last 18 games in that spot. Even though Minnesota is the best team in the league, they've had trouble covering the spread on the road, going just 1-3 in their last 4 away games. With Washington playing better and showing signs of offensive life behind Shakira Austin's recent surge, they look like a solid pick to keep this game close. Minnesota's defense will have its hands full tonight, and with the Mystics playing at home with some momentum, I'm going to back them to cover. As our first pick for this matchup, the Washington Mystics to cover the spread as underdogs is our full game side pick. Both of these teams have demonstrated they can put the ball in the basket, and everything about this matchup points to a high-scoring game. Minnesota is a powerhouse on offense, averaging 85 points per game, which is 3rd best in the league. Washington has also picked up the pace on offense lately, dropping 91 or more points in 3 of their last 5 contests. When you take the Lynx's super efficient offense and mix it with the Mystics' recent scoring surge, plus the fact that both teams can shoot the 3, you get a game that should have no trouble going over the 156.5 point total. On top of that, both teams have seen their recent games trend towards the over. With Washington finding its offensive rhythm and Minnesota bringing its usual firepower, the over looks like a really strong play here. As our second pick for this matchup, over the projected total is our full game total pick. Atlanta Dream versus Dallas Wings. The Atlanta Dream and Dallas Wings are set for a Tuesday night clash at the College Park Center. These two teams faced off about a month ago, and Atlanta came away with an 8-point victory at home. It's important to remember that Dallas was a much healthier team back then, though they were still desperately fighting for their first win of the season. A lot has changed since then. The Wings roster has been hit hard by a string of injuries, depleting their depth and forcing them to rely heavily on a phenomenal rookie who is already playing like a seasoned veteran. That can only carry a team so far. On the other side, the Dream weren't even using their full starting lineup in that last game against the Wings. Their bench has since become a massive part of their success, with several players stepping up to play big minutes and make significant contributions. Looking at the recent history, Atlanta has dominated this matchup, going 3-1 both straight up and against the spread in their last 4 games against Dallas. The Wings have shown some signs of life recently, winning 2 of their last 3 games and taking another one to overtime in a game they probably should have won. However, it's tough to ignore the big picture. This is still a team that has lost 12 of its 15 games this season, and playing at home hasn't provided much of a boost. The Dream, meanwhile, are on a serious roll. They are playing with confidence and have been a great team for bettors, covering the spread in 7 of their last 10 games. They've been especially reliable when favored, covering in 10 of their last 15 games in that role. I simply need to see a lot more from the Wings before I can trust them against a red-hot Atlanta team. As our first pick for this matchup, the Atlanta Dream to win and cover the spread as favorites is our full game side pick. When these teams played last month, the game finished with a combined 158 points, staying well under the high total of 169.5. The betting line for this rematch is a bit lower, but the offenses are in a much different place. This game features 2 of the top 6 scoring offenses in the WNBA, with both teams averaging over 82 points per game. Even with all the injuries they've sustained, the Dallas offense has managed to stay remarkably consistent, led by their rookie sensation. They've scored at least 80 points in all 5 of their last games, averaging 84 points during that hot streak. The Dream's offense has been even more explosive, clearing 90 points in their last 2 contests. and scoring 88 or more in 4 of their last 5. While it's true that the under has hit in 7 of the last 10 games between these two teams, that historical trend seems poised to be broken. As our second pick for this matchup, over the projected total is our full game total pick. Los Angeles Sparks versus Chicago Sky. This non-conference showdown features 2 of the WNBA's struggling teams. But despite their combined 7-20 record, there's a lot of promising young talent on both sides. In their only meeting so far this season, the Sparks handled their business with a 91-78 victory, and there's little reason to think this time will be different. With a star like Kelsey Plum leading the charge, the Sparks should have no trouble exploiting the Sky's defense, which happens to be the worst in the entire league. Chicago has been all talk this year, and their offense is a mess. It's clunky and lacks flow, with Marina Atkins being their only real threat from the outside. The paint gets completely clogged up because both Angel Reese and Camila Cardoso need to be near the rim to score. While Reese is a great rebounder, her shooting percentage is under 40%, which is a major liability. Los Angeles has the veteran scoring punch with players like Plum and Derica Hamby, and that experience will be enough to get the job done on the road. There's a good reason the odds makers have the Sparks laying 5.5 points even on the road. Don't overthink this one and fall into the trap of taking the points. Los Angeles will win and cover. As our first pick for this matchup, the Los Angeles Sparks to win and cover the spread as favorites is our full game side pick. While neither of these teams has an elite offense, their defenses are significantly worse. Combined, these two squads are giving up a staggering 175 points per night, which tells you everything you need to know about their ability to get stops. Their first game this season saw a total of 167 points scored, so we should be in for another high-scoring contest here. The betting trends strongly support this as well. With the Sparks, the over has been a great bet, cashing in 7 of their last 10 games. They've given up 80 or more points in 8 of those 10 contests, showing a consistent lack of defensive discipline. The Sky's numbers are similar, with the over hitting in 5 of their last 10. They've been even more generous on defense, allowing 85 or more points in 7 of those games. All signs point to a game where both teams find plenty of opportunities to score. As our second pick for this matchup, over the projected total is our full game total pick. Indiana Fever versus Seattle Storm. The odds makers are anticipating a close game, and I can't really blame them. Indiana is a team that can put up points in a hurry, but when it comes down to it, I have to side with Seattle's stingy defense and their significant home court advantage. The Storm are also playing some of their best basketball of the season right now, coming into this game fresh off a huge win on their home floor against the reigning league champions. Seattle has the defensive personnel to make life miserable for Caitlin Clark, and they know that slowing her down is the #1 key to winning this game. We just saw the blueprint for beating the Fever in their last game against the Aces, where Clark was held to just 1 make on 10 attempts from beyond the arc. You always have to be a little wary of the Fever when they're getting points because their offense is so explosive it can win them any game on any given night. However, they're stuck in that inconsistent phase they seem to fall into, and it doesn't help that they're still playing without the veteran presence of Bonner. The Storm, on the other hand, are firing on all cylinders. They've won 6 of their last 7 games and have been a great bet, covering the spread in 5 of their last 6 contests. They've established themselves as one of the premier home teams over the last couple of seasons. This is an experienced Storm squad that came into the season with high expectations, and we're finally starting to see everything come together for them. As our first pick for this matchup, the Seattle Storm to win and cover the spread as favorites is our full game side pick. When it comes to pace of play, you won't find many teams that like to run more than these two. In fact, only New York plays faster. The Storm ranks second in the entire league in possessions per 40 minutes, and the Fever are right on their heels in the 3rd spot. A fast pace means more possessions, and more possessions mean more opportunities to score. Seattle's offense has been on fire lately, dropping at least 89 points in 5 of their last 6 games, and I don't see any reason for them to slow down tonight. Indiana's defense has been leaky, giving up 81 or more points in 3 of their last 4 games, so they aren't equipped to handle this kind of offensive onslaught. If you need any more convincing, just look at the history between these two teams. Every single one of their last 5 meetings has been a track meet, with more than 165 points being scored in each contest. As our second pick for this matchup, over the projected total is our full game total pick. That's all for now, so if you have any other games you would like reviewed, then leave a comment down below with the game you would like analyzed. Subscribe to our channel, leave a like on this video, and we'll get to it as soon as we possibly can. We would also love to hear your opinion on the picks presented to you in this video, whether you agree or disagree with them, so leave a comment down below and do let us know.